name is Maddox from group 26 of Tuesday for our phase 3 project, and I'm going to be going over the technical changes. First of all, I want to draw your attention to this section where we set up first the groups table, the special groups table, as well as an access rights table and history table. This is to keep track of the article groups we set up as well as the special groups that we set up. In addition to that, we do need access rights in order to tell who's able to access what groups, and then we have a search history table to keep track of all the searches that are made on the platform. Next, I'll draw your attention to down here where we start doing some of the group logic. Right here we have some logic for creating the groups, creating special groups, altering group access for existing user, as well as adding specific articles to specific groups. Additionally, we have an article that will check what access a user has to certain groups, as well as we have a function that will let you search through the database with the given filters for the groups that you input. So here we have logic to basically build a search query based off of the specifications you put. We will make that prepared statement, search with it, and return results into a result set. Based off of that, we kind of separate the set out in order to put the results in a way that our users are able to see it on the UI. Lastly, we have a function that will set an article's access level as well as see what available groups there are to search by. Finally, when it comes to the search history, we have a function for recording the search history as someone makes searches, and a function to get a user's given search history as well. Moving on to the student page, the main new addition is the help dialog in this case. So for this, we have the dialog system set up right here, and from there, when a user actually needs to get some help, they can click on the specific help or the non-specific help button. It will open up a dialog for them to input their problem, and from there they will submit the question. So based off of that, it will either go one of two ways. It will either fail and generate an error, which is why we have this emergency function right here in order to let the user know what error generated, as well as a status updater, which will give the user a confirmation and peace of mind that their question was actually submitted. Next, on this instructor page right here, we do also have some group logic. The main thing that was changed though for the existing code is we set up a tab system where the instructors can cycle between different tabs, one for articles, one for groups, and one for messages. This is a little bit better than the button system, as it doesn't require a brand new page for every single thing. Rather, they can just click on the tab that they would like to access, and from there they can just do work on that tab rather than being in a whole new menu. So as for the group management tab, we can see right here, they're able to set up the groups they need to. They can create groups as well as edit them. And then based off of that, the group list that they can see of all the available groups will update based off of this function right here. Now, when a group is created, edited, anything like that, we do also have functions down here to give feedback on whether the group was successfully created, or if there is an error, it will display what the error is for further troubleshooting. Next up on admin page, they also got that brand new tab system where they can edit all the tabs. They do get one more tab where they can manage the users of the system, and that is the only tab that they get that instructors do not. And as for the information on that tab, it's also right down here with group management. It works very similarly to the admin as it does for the instructor. They can also access the special groups as well, just like the instructor. And they also do get that error and confirmation message functions, so that if they create a group or something, it will let them know it was either successfully created or that there was a problem. And one more thing about the instructor and admin page is they both use the same messages system. So all of that is contained in the messages panel right here. And basically from here, this is a way for the admins to look at the messages received, refresh it, and then respond to them. So basically what we're able to see on here is the messages panel. This is the basic UI for it, where we set up all of the looks for it. And then we have our actual functions. So every time it's open, we do go ahead and refresh the messages to get the latest updates for the viewer. The refresh messages right here basically just looks through the database and tries to get all the messages and display it to the user. And then finally, we have a button that will show you the message details when you click on them. So what this does is it gets all the data for that message, displays it in a nice UI, and then depending on if there's an error or not, it will either just close the connection or let you know what the error was with a catch. And then finally, we do have that error function down here, which will give you more information about that error should one come up. Overall though, all these changes together go together to make our Phase 3 project, primarily the message system and group system. And yeah, that's all. Thank you very much for watching.